Well, hello my friends, welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. This is episode number 200 and I'm super excited because I'm going to show you today where everything started for me as an artist, which is right there at the Joby Art Center. So come on over. All right, my friends, so here is the first floor of the Joby Art Center, which is located in 1029 West 35th Street. Now, the first time I came here, this whole building was empty. This floor was totally empty. Every floor, which is 4 floors and a lower level, were totally empty. There was nothing but just, raw space. And the Joe Brothers had just acquired this building. And when I came here, I was looking for a studio space. So I called through my best friends and said, hey, why don't we open up a space in the city? Let's look for a place where we can open up. And that's how I ended up here at the Joby Art Center. And back then, again, there was nothing. It was like the first day in which we just came in. We talked to the Joe Brothers. They showed us the space around. And kind of everything started from there on day one. Now, the first time I saw the Joe Brothers was in 1994 when I went to Navy Pier for the Chicago Art Expo. And I saw these 2 Chinese artists working at the Navy Pier. And they were creating this giant painting that you see here in this book of their 30-year collaboration. And that was kind of like the first time I saw them. And I remember like looking at them. I was still a student and thinking, wow, it would be so cool to one day kind of meet artists like that in my lifetime. And well, many years passed. And then in 2004, when I came here to the Joby Art Center, that's when I realized that this building belonged to the Joe Brothers. So it was kind of a really nice way for me to connect to something that I had seen as a student, and kind of I wish I had to meet artists of that scale. And now I had an opportunity to kind of create and do something here along with them as they kind of started the Joby Art Center. So I'm going to show you now the main gallery space here at the Art Center. All right, so this is the first floor gallery. Now, when I came here, this was not here. It was just empty space. Now, it took about 2 years to really create the first floor gallery. And here's where I had my first curated show, in this space, which was pretty exciting for me. Now, over the years, this space became a gallery dedicated to the work of the Joe Brothers. So now it's the permanent collection of the Joe Brothers, which is displayed here year-round. So let me show you their work. So this painting is called the Water Lily Pond of Life. And this is a pretty typical work from the Joe Brothers. And what makes them unique in the art world and what really made them famous around the world is that they have a process in which they work together on each painting. They are brothers, they're 5 years apart, and every work they do, whether it's painting or sculpture or printmaking, whatever it is, they work at it together in what they call a silent dialogue. In other words, they don't talk as they work in each of the pieces. And so that kind of creates a fascinating idea of working with collaboration and really being determined to do this throughout the length of their career. And that has been true for the last 45 years as they've been working together. Now, one of the very exciting things about the Joby Art Center was that when we started, nobody knew we were here. So we had to come up with some way of bringing people here on a regular basis. So that's when we started Third Fridays. There was already a first Friday in River North for art galleries. There was a second Friday on Pilsen East. So it kind of makes sense to start at Third Friday. And that's kind of what we did. Through the Third Friday events, which started in November of 2004 and all the way to now, to the present, we have never stopped, we have never skipped a month, and it's always been pretty cool to see thousands of people coming here to the Joby Art Center throughout the last 14, 15 years and see how they bring their friends, being excited for the space, meeting artists, and it's just been pretty fun since then. All right, my friends, so this is the second floor of the Joby Art Center, which is one of my favorite spaces here. This wasn't built until probably about 4 years after the Joby Art Center opened. What I love about this space is just so big. It's so large and the lighting is beautiful. Here in this floor, the middle walls are movable, which allows me to create any type of exhibition. So in 2010, I became the curator and director of exhibitions here for the Art Center. So this is the place, this is the floor where I work at, bringing the exhibitions, working with artists, working with curators. And it's just a beautiful space to work with for many, many reasons. And it's just one of my favorite spaces. I just love to come here, even when there's no event happening, just to walk through and really enjoy the show, enjoy the ambience, enjoy the light. It's just a very inspiring space to be at. So hope you enjoy it. All right, my friends, so this is the 4th floor of the Joby Art Center, and this is my studio right now as well as my gallery. Now, this space was also 33 Contemporary Gallery, which is the gallery that I started here when I moved in the Art Center. The gallery was originally named 33 Collective Gallery because it was a collective space, which, or a co-op space with 3 of my friends, Javier Chavira, Carla Carr, and Kimberly Harmon. We all 4 started 33 Collective. Now, over the years, it evolved and it changed, and it became a space that now I was overseeing myself under my leadership, which then became, we rebranded it as 33 Contemporary Gallery. So in this space, tons of exhibitions have happened. A lot of artists have shown their work here, both in group shows, also solo shows, solo projects, as well as many international artists have had exhibitions here. Now, this year in 2019, I'm using it more as my studio space because I have some big projects to work on. So I don't have any exhibitions right now scheduled in this space. I'm also using it for the Art Next Level program. So it has evolved, and that's one of the things that I love about this place, about the Joby Art Center, is that everything is about the organic evolution of things. Nothing is really forced, but it's about what makes sense at every moment, at every year. And sometimes you don't know, what something is going to become until you are there, right? And that has been kind of my story as an artist too, and the story of this building, which I'm very proud to be part of for the last 14, 15 years. So it's been very exciting. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining me in this journey. The main big takeaway of this show today, of episode number 200, is that you just never know what's going to happen. You never know what's here tomorrow. So you got to do today what you love. You got to do what you feel is the right thing for you, no matter what people say. Which at the beginning, many people thought we were crazy for doing this here in the south side of Chicago, and now this whole neighborhood has been transformed. There's so many artists here, and the art community here in the south side has been growing as well. So, sometimes you see a vision that nobody else sees, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You just have to persist. You just have to kind of believe it's possible and let time happen and do what makes sense at each part of the, of your season in life. So thank you, my friend, for watching Breakfast with Sergio. Thanks so much. Please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe at Sergio Gomez Video. If you are on Instagram at Sergio Gomez Art. Keep checking it out on Facebook and everywhere else through the podcast and also on LinkedIn. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for watching now 200 episodes. We'll see you in episode 201.